Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Rebels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. They move the tight end all over. The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. He makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking to go up top on first down. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. A short throw to the sideline, but it is long enough for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Motion from the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the...
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with a score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
Scrambling away. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Keeps looking downfield. Stands in and takes the hit. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him today.
On third down, going up top. He's going to take off. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the second quarter. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points. Not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Got his man! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
To the 10. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
With the catch, it's Peters. Got enough space, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Pace. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They're working that left side. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Got it set up on the outside. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on first down. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
17, Auburn, 7.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Coming after it. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute low to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. He's going up top. Pulls it in on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He looks that one in nicely, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
He'll pull it down. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about it as a defensive player. Man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, and you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. The Express continues to fight for yards. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. They'll throw it from the red zone. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Ole Miss 24, Auburn 7.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
On the football.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. At midfield, he's got room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to scramble. He fires it out to the right. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Tiger! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense...
And he breaks into the open. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. The give to the back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You can tell they saw it and they reacted right away. got the running back on the ground immediately.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to win.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Hawaii dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, just keeps firing. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's got an open man. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Back to the ground game on the left. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Hey, give the defense a lot of credit on that one. 3rd and about 5. Offense going RPO, so they're really putting you in a bind, but everybody doing a nice job reading their keys, and they're able to stop the back short of the first down marker. Big decision coming up here for the offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll try to do it himself. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Suggs. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Going for the big play. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also end the deal by putting the quarterback down. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. He makes the connection. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
Short gain on the play before he slides. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat.
Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. SMU notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Dallas is worth its weight in gold to the Mustangs. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They want to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, and you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, ball's out! And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Tigers hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. This result going to open some eyes around the country. They've proven behind this passing game they probably need to be ranked a little bit higher right down the top 10.
Yeah, and mission accomplished. This is how you do it. Big stage, everybody watching. You beat a team that's ranked higher than you in this fashion. Throwing the football all over the yard, explosive offense. This will bode well for the rest of their season.
Well, they've answered some questions, too, because they've got talent throwing the ball. Everybody knew that, but could they get it done against a defense like this? Well, now you have their answer. Absolutely they can, and if they keep this up, they've got big aspirations the rest of the year.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time.